First off, let's start. He talks about colorism, right? I like the way people forget what Drake said, right? You're rapping like you trying to free the slaves. I don't hear this man referencing this, right? It was a deliberate attack by someone who practices a culture who actually had hands in the transatlantic slave trade. I don't hear this educated man with a doctorate. Now, I have one myself, right? But if you're going to get on a place and then talk about a truth, I need your ass to say the whole thing. Because this man right here, that's not what the fuck he did. No. You can go look that up for yourself, right? We ain't going to talk about how this man brought up this man's wife and children, right? We talk about character, goddamn. Listen, I'm not a Kendrick fan or a devout Kendrick fan, even though I'm from Los Angeles. Yay, West Side for life. Cali for life. Yeah. And one thing about us here, we all gonna stick together. Now, if we wrong, goddamn, I'm gonna tell you fucking wrong. Yeah. But we don't hear that. Do you hear this man saying that? No, that's not what the fuck he said. You see, what I can say is, we know a lot of the Christians are Zionist sympathizers. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. No, not at all. Then he brings up the Hebrew Israelite situation. Yeah, I think that would be a problem for him, right? As a Christian. Because they don't like the commonality and the shit they talk about in the street corners. Now, I'm not saying I'm Hebrew Israelite sympathizer either. No, I'm not saying that shit either. I believe in fucking truth. And this dude right here, he ain't speaking truth. But, you're supposed to be a minister, right? You studied this shit, didn't you? You pastor? Mr. Man? Huh? But you won't tell the truth. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. He then says that our people, right, ran to Canada. Yes, they did. But we still ain't going to talk about the people who brought the people into servitude, which are his folks. Maybe, just maybe, is because he too is light-skinned and he felt some type of way. I don't know. I can't say. But what I will say is he ain't telling the truth. He telling a half-assed truth. And sometimes this is what happened. If you know anything about propaganda, they'll give you a lot of lies, but very, very small amounts of truth. Because when you hear that truth, you want to connect. But the thing about propaganda, right, when you are told a whole bunch of lies with a little bit of truth, when the truth finally comes out, you know what happened? People never believe the truth. They stick to the lie because they know what people first hear is something they're going to respond to more, and they won't even entertain the truth. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with our people, is the fact that we listen to people that stand before us because they're in front of a screen. We believe that they're credible, and that's the fucking problem. Clearly, this nigga ain't credible at all, because did you not hear him say that Kendrick is childish? But what you didn't hear him say, or what you didn't see him do, was correct Drake for starting the shit, or provoking, or poking the bear, which is why he got that ass handed to his ass. See, that is what you didn't hear. A man who called himself educated and a rap connoisseur, because he wrote a book on Tupac and a few other folks like Jay-Z. Speak truth and be honest. Why didn't he reprimand him for saying he was rapping like he was trying to get slaves freed? What's up with that? Oh, I guess it's a house nigga thing, right? You got to be a house nigga, right, to not give a fuck about the field niggas, because that's what that sound like to me. What I'm tired of is people standing for a screen and think they represent me with false ideology. Bullshit, right? I want to provoke thought today. What I mean by that is the shit I'm saying, I want you to take it in and really reflect on it a little bit. Because again, this dude, his folks was part of enslaving my folks, the indigenous people. You know, the ones they took all over the motherfucking earth. Yeah, because it started here first, not in goddamn Africa. And yes, people were taken to Canada, but they were also taken to the Caribbean and other places. Yes, he was correct with that. But what he was incorrect is he didn't call out the person who said one of the most derogatory motherfucking things that was said during the goddamn battle. What the fuck? You rapping like you trying to get the slaves free. What the fuck? You don't think that's disrespectful? You don't find that disrespectful at all? You don't think he should be reprimanded on that either? Are we not going to have a conversation about his folks who enslaved the people here? We ain't got a conversation either. Are we not going to talk about the Talmud that said it's okay for you to enslave other people? We ain't going to talk about the Talmud that say and is the reason why we actually fucking had chattel slavery. Oh, baby. I bet you didn't know that shit. I bet you didn't know that it's responsible for the reason why color became a reason why people could be enslaved. Yeah, goddamn. Yeah. Goddamn. Message.